What's Helia god of again? Creepy places full of murder and ghosts?
Shot.
Unseek!
That's all of them.
smell rot. There's something unnatural here.
Quit!
I'm sick! I'm sick! I'm sick! I'm sick! He's also...
We make a good squad. You ever seen a backstabbing ogre? Didn't think so.
Captain Osierno will want to hear about this.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Keep quiet.
Nice shot! Everybody all right?
Yeah.
Envoy? What are you... You're full of surprises. I was expecting someone else, but... I think this could work out better for both of us. You should have listened to Captain Massoni. Always trust your gut. Once you hear my side, Envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help. Right. I thought I was clever. Skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. He'd completely closed his ears to reason.
So you killed him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good. That wasn't part of the plan.
Unbelievable.
Bandits were supposed to kill him, but... I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ransomed him back to us instead. Idiots. Sounds horrible when you put it like that. But, yes, that's exactly it. Your people have already pacified Paradise, with contracts and clean water, with promises of safety. I want to be safe. I want all of us to finally be safe.
You've got a hazy picture at best, Dorso. The Envoy was still killed in the street, and Ludwine's idea of pacified is anything but.
And I know what empires do, Envoy. They expand. Your soldiers would have come here sooner or later. I'm helping us avoid resistance and bloodshed when they do. Fiori's wasting away, Envoy. Animancy isn't helping us anymore, if it ever did. But no one in the city wants to admit it.
So you murder your own?
Our crops rot in the fields, bears turn to beasts and attack on sight. The very earth disintegrates beneath our feet. I think it's time we accept help from someone stronger, wealthier, better organized. From Adir. Then we can turn things around like Paradis has. Maybe then we can be safe. But Vidarro, Quilici, Captain Asierno, they're too proud. They won't do what must be done. So I'm doing it myself. Fior simply cannot survive the way things are. Monato and Verano disagreed.
Then you disagree. You don't turn on your own.
Their voices had power in the Rangers. Too much power. And when they spoke, the others listened. Now they'll have to listen to me. I don't live in Adir, I don't want to. Emerald Stair is my home, and it's wasting away. I can only look after my people, get us what we need.
You've got a strange way of doing that.
Only Adir can help us now. Maybe that would be for the best. We've had decades to secure this valley. What do we have to show for it? Dead homesteads, dead farmers, dead fields. And a city full of animancers who don't give a single shit about us. It wasn't always like this. I wish you could have seen the valley I grew up in. The steep green hills, mist twining about the peaks. Birds, deer, the many little creatures of the trees scurrying among the leaves. Most of them gone now. Sometimes, in high summer, the sunset would catch the rice paddies just right, and the whole valley would glow coral violet. A world on fire with life, that never burned. We ate well and slept through the night. I don't want to live through this time if there's nothing better on the other side.
About time.
One sick.
Another glorious battle.
Let's keep moving. I don't like this. Stay alert.
This is taking too long. We should have gotten orders by now.
Inquisitor Luna is taking her time. I think she wants to see how the envoy performs. She has a vested interest.
Well, if it isn't the Adirian envoy.
We weren't expecting reinforcements. Either you've come early, or more likely, you shouldn't be here.
The Steel Garrote is here. Don't like that one bit.
Tell you what, turn around, and Inquisitor Ludwig doesn't have to hear about this unfortunate little mix-up. Nice try. If you don't already know, then I'm really not allowed to say.
We have no quarrel with you, but we are trying to be discreet. Let's part as friends and keep it that way.
He's got us there.
What if we gave you an incentive to turn a blind eye to this little operation of ours?
An excellent idea, sister. Copper or iron? The choice is yours. Go buy yourself something warm. They say a storm is coming.
If we're walking away, no reason to do it empty-handed.
You know, if you're gonna sell out your values anyway, you could at least get some spicy beverages out of it. quiet, Nimdut.
Mine! Take it down! Oh, no, you don't! Watch the left!
If you'd asked me how many steel garrote to pack into the cave, I'd have been very...
Hope this was just a regular up.
Nope. This is...
Really just kicked the saltfly's nest. I guess we're in this.
Envoy, when we first met, I thought I was going to keep you out of trouble.
Watch it! I was just getting warmed up.
I don't like this. How did no one know this was here?
Oh, they've kept quiet and busy, preparing for
Who's there? Stop right then! After them!
How dare you!
Never seen so many steel garrote soldiers before. I'd say we earned a break. Can't say I'm sad to see these people strewn about. I don't know what we stopped, but we clearly stopped something.
Yeah. Reminds me of what Rawatai built up when we went into Deadfire.
Sounds about right. Hey, is it too late to go back to Paradise? These guys really seem to want everyone dead. I guess we should look around while we're here. I wouldn't mind figuring out what they were up to.
You know, that's a smart idea. This is why I was always in the trenches rather than the strategy tent.
Looking around, feels like we broke up something big. Well done, us.
Not bad for a day's work. I think we've all earned a couple ales back at camp.
There's a lot of stuff here they won't be using anymore. Might as well take some of it with us.
Maybe they've got some ale.
They were planning on burning down Fior. How could they do something like that?
Can anyone hear me? Who's there? Somebody help!
Yeah.
Is anybody there? I'm in trouble!
One for you! I think I sprained my shoulder.
Keep going! I'm down here!
On sick!
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice. I'm not dead yet. Just too tired to climb up. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know, whoop, my workshop is in this damn pit. I'm not surprised. All of Emerald Stair is turning upside down. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. So, here we are. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but even I can tell that something's not right. Ah, nonsense! I can't go yet. My notes are down here somewhere. They contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord. Unlike those dullards in the workshop, I'm actually onto something. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight. If it makes you feel better, fine. They ran into the ruins. Now hurry. I can't have a sporling eating my life's work. For all I know, they could be halfway to Nakutadek by now.
Yeah.
Everyone okay? Stand back.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah! Did you find my notes? Yes, the cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything. Everything! What's not clear? I'm researching squirrel essence. I've nearly proved my theory, too. As everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh? I propose that the size of our soul corresponds to our brain mass. If it weren't for this sinkhole, I would have already submitted it. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact, and I'll have to find somewhere to sleep. But I've got my notes. I can try again. Take this. Buy yourself something nice. It's the least I can do.
I thought we only got people like him in Paradise.
Yeah.
I sincerely hope you have some good news for me. My gods, I can't believe this.
Ilia's wings uplift us.
She's been with the Rangers since she was a girl. She trained most of my men.
This is... Fotito. This is big, Asierno.
What happened to her? Where is she now? Without the trial? Good gods.
Frontier justice. That's what a traitor deserves.
Masoni, please. Where's her body now, Envoy?
I'll send a few of the senior rangers out to find her.
Thank you, Maso. What a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to tell my men. A traitor in the Rangers. This situation beggars belief. Do you know why she did it?
Be serious, Envoy.
She was always talking about how we needed strength. Do you remember, Maso? More swords, more coin. And she complained that animancy wouldn't fix our problems. But I didn't think she had so little faith in Fior.
No one took her seriously.
Evidently, she was quite serious about it. I didn't want to believe it could be her. Gods beyond, what a mess. Thank you, Envoy. Ranger Monato has been properly avenged, and now I have a lot of work to do to rebuild my squad. Agreed. I need to be more careful with who I trust in the future. Here's your reward. It's the least we can do for your assistance. Thank you again. Step carefully out there. We are living through strange times.
I hope this at least lets them clean up their ranks. I hope you're ready to sleep with one eye open, because I doubt Ludwig sleeps at all. And after the send-off you gave the Steel Garrote squad in that cave, she'll have it out for you. I've got a feeling you've spared a lot of people more grief than they'll ever know. Normally, I'm not big on turning on your own, but the Steel Garrote take their beliefs too far. I'm glad you didn't let them do it here. Don't let it go to your head. Your kind of clarity is rare. To know in the moment what you've got to do and do it, I envy that.
Kai's always doing things to help others, no matter the cost.
It's going to get him killed one day.
You two are gonna make me blush, and purple's not my best color. But, thanks. Just be on the lookout. The Steel Garrote isn't likely to forgive and forget. If you get up in the night, don't wander too far. I still can't believe it. Dorso was betraying her brothers-in-arms, all in the name of saving Emerald Stair. At least she got what was coming to her. I agree. It's just sobering to think she got to the point where murdering her own felt right. How do you keep yourself on the right path, especially when there's so much at stake? Maybe. But I've seen better soldiers than Dorso cross lines you can't come back from. I saw this in Rauatai's campaign in the Deadfire. You start out with purpose. You're fighting alongside your brothers and sisters, battling pirates and slavers, bringing civilization to a lawless, divided land. But then, you're breaking up villages, turning tribes against their rivals. It gets messy, fast. Easier said than done. Empires are hungry, Envoy, and they devour their own too. Don't let your allegiances turn you into something you can't live with. I'll be here if you need me.
Aling.
This will be so very useful back home.
Affordable, reliable.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
Oh, so those gnats constantly buzzing in my ears are this lady's fault. Apology not accepted.
The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry. We cannot take that chance. There are angry spirits and you know the problems we face. I believe the two are related. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
I had to take the food. The fate of Fjord depends on it. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead. But this does help the living. By appeasing the dead, we end the dangers their anger caused. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more. I like your spirit. I feel better about this already. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. Loggers from the old days, they sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds. I understand how it looks, but appeasing the dead is vital, especially in times like these. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Take a moment, people. I guess someone will have to do this for the people who starve to death when the food runs out.
Hail, godlike. Come, indulge me. For you, a trial. And claim all like those before you. Our business concluded. Farewell.
Just like the good old days.
You there! You look like you know where you're going. Can you tell me the way to Fjord's market? This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure? Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. What happened here? Oh, great. That's the last thing our boss will want to hear. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line. I don't know. Maybe there's a market for salted fish. Do animancers use Andra's mouth? I'll think of something. Thanks anyway. Gonna be a long walk back. Better get new shoes.
If you came to bless the crops, you're too late.
You're the first godlike to come through in, well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign. I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter. You'd think so, but they don't approve of animancy. Something about undead farmhands makes them nervous. They still buy our crops, mind you, when the harvest's good.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the animancers starving as well? Or are they sipping tea?
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else. I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry. Right now, I'd much rather have the food, but thank you. It may not. I should get... Oh, there you are.
Next one's mine.
Hail, godlike. Come, indulge me. Make you a trial. Champion, and claim you. Fall. is yours, and our business concluded. Farewell.
Nice work.
You there! You look like you know where you're going.
I'll take if you think they.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last
Listen, if you need food, you're gone. I would norm. Ah, thank you. Look, I'm happy to have this back, but I have to imagine Rosanna had a reason for taking this stuff. I should have known. My family shares the same beliefs. It's just feed the people, then worry about the dead. I don't hold this against her. Rosanna truly has Fiore's best interests at heart, even if her priorities are out of order. Thank you for returning the food. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal to us.
The people needed this food more than the dead do. You made the right choice.
Envoy? Ask away. Oh, you noticed. I don't know. I've heard stories all my life about the gods and magic, and they never seem to do any good for anyone. I'm sure they do. You know better, though, I'd wager. It's just Pargrunan wilderness lore, developed over the centuries in Solace. Tricks, traps, gadgets, nothing more. But hey, if people want to think it's magic, then go ahead. I'm not gonna bend over backward just to seem internally consistent. I mean, feel free to cast all the spells and cry out to whatever gods you like. I won't stop you. Just don't expect me to join in. Right, changing the subject. What do you need? Until next time.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate. Well, I suppose the worst I can do at this point is waste your time. I'm Fidelio, Lieutenant Fidelio Sarat. I lead one of our ranger outfits. At least, for now, it is. Are you kidding? They need us now more than ever. It's why we're stretched so thin. We were helping with the recovery effort until we hit a snag.
Relax. Old Felipe survived his plunge. Tenacity of a scramble route, that one.
As if that weren't bad enough, I'm losing track of these searchers, too. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Brasilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... I wouldn't have put it that way, but all right.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and Malena's father and I were comrades in arms years ago. When she enlisted, I swore I'd try to keep her safe. That was all. I couldn't even do that. God's sakes! They're not deer. They're just a pair of lovesick fools. The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
2 young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
What? Will it be?
Gone. Adelaro's gone. It's a dream. We're all dreams. Hello. Are you a fish too? The sardines shimmer. They swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. The Dream Scourge. Is this how it starts? She's probably the ranger Fidelio told us to look out for. Poor kid.
We are a dandelion seed. Adelaro sings somewhere, but the tree stifles his voice. Adelaro's face burst into violet when the dreams came. Red violets. He joined the others.
She's talking about another dream thrall. We better find him before he finds us.
She watched that happen to him. God.
A lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us. When you find them, they will scream. They will sing with you. Soon the rest of Fior will be swallowed by dreams too. But tell us of Adelaro first. Where is he?
If nothing else, you'll spare her from having to see it.
Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He swims in the bone and boar. He calls himself Fidelio. He will understand our song. But Adelaro stumbles at the mouth of the river above us. Please, help us sleep soundly.
This one's mine.
One sick!
I think I sprained my shoulder.
this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
Quiet, Nimdut.
Unsink!
Another glorious battle.
Please tell me you found them. The Dream Scourge? No. No. I told myself it couldn't be, but they'd been acting sideways, more than just distracted from their work. I thought it was... Well, I don't have to tell you twice. I was so wrong. I think I know the answer, but is either of them still alive? Merla, when she turns, Fjord will panic. Where is she now? Then I can't leave her. I can't kill her either, but I'll have to find the strength. Here, you went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job.
Looks like no one is safe from the Dream Scourge. There's nothing anyone can do.
I really do hope you can end this, Envoy. Oh, hey there. Something on your mind? It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times. War stories. And I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. Now, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that. I just want to know, you were careful when you told her about Adelaro. Why? It probably was. Some part of her seemed to know. And even in the state she was in, she handled it. Better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh, my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Did you hear that, Ignacy? You should be taking notes.
Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms. Indeed. We were fighting the Dream Scourge before it even had a name. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
As usual, Giatta never misses a chance to slander me. I don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast. Perhaps, but I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroll.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him, sir?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. Because they're cowards. To them, I'm just a cautionary tale. A fallen animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. So am I. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. Likewise, this should be educational for us both. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by Bye. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Miss Iverno. Forever.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Welcome to my fine establishment, amigo. Welcome back. Care to take a look around?
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her. I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Pleasant dreams.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
Agreed.
I'm with you both. And Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. We had not considered this. Mundane, a lifetime lived in silence. We forget this. We wilt, we gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel? We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? A new tongue, an unfamiliar name. The harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Do they not trust us to tend? They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? Punished, cast out. We understand. We peer through the murky water in vain. What is the truth? Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like. Giada Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor! I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? Especially when a renowned animancer is shouting at the top of her lungs in the streets of yore. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. You did? That was quick. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. I'll be fine. I've lost so many revenants over the years, and I'm always such a wreck afterward. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Seems a little far-fetched. Then again, what isn't these days? You're a godlike, so anything is possible. Perhaps your nature will grant you more answers. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
I hate speculation.
Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? No need to take offense. We merely seek to learn.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Oh, didn't anyone tell you? Well, this is awkward. Shame you had to learn it from us. Do you have an answer or not? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
That wouldn't surprise me. Both are natural occurrences, after all. Terrible, but quite natural.
Most natural things are. Terrible, that is.
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Envoy. Welcome back.
You ever think, what if I wasn't a ranger?
Of course. What would you do?
Founded machine.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, What a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Perhaps, if you can help me find an appropriate battery of essence. I could use a large single block of Atra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. As you've seen, Envoy, there are many unusual things happening lately. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgon queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgon in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
The Adra is healthy. It's the essence I'm concerned about.
This again. You're beginning to sound like Giata.
Have you ever stopped Evans?
She could be onto something. I'm sure her husband's father were onto something. Look what happened to them.
Envoy. I'm sorry. I'm not in a place to talk right now. On the contrary, yesterday I made an incredible discovery, and then I thought, what? No. To harness these four is too much power. I have been reading Ethelmir's treatise on Wotica. Perhaps she's right. Maybe animals should be reined in. How can I? But I want...
Another dab. Nothing like a win with a good team.
Here we go.
Look at that. After you, envoy.
Seek!
It's like nature shaping these ruins into something. Like a shrine, but for who? Everybody all right?
Seek!
Got it shot.
You may approach me, godlike. Ah, a welcome visitor. It has been so long since one of your kind has walked in this grove. Strange, as this is your home. A curious thing for Kith to want. Even one as special as you. It belonged to one who tended this grove for longer than I have been here. Sickness changed them, as it has recently changed so many creatures in these woods. It no longer recognized us as their kin. We had to stop them before their madness damaged the land. When we become enemies of the land, it goes against our nature. We had no choice. But it is over now. All that remains is their heart. Our kind has no need for such remembrances. It would cause us no pain to part with it. But wait. No. No. So many dead. So many of my kin are dead by your hand. The time...
Oh no, you don't!
my children fall. This ends now.
I'm sick!
Something nearby.
I'm sick!
I was just getting warmed up.
And I really loved him.
Ado, welcome.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giada. Nature is as stubborn as ever, I see. Fair enough. Here's payment for your troubles. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood. All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum. Chrysalis.
A spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? Good. We're getting somewhere. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul has a fascinating internal structure. Perfectly balanced. An artist couldn't have made it better. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Usually all it takes is a mirror. Not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. That would be closer to Giata's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river. And risk joining her in exile? No. Without this workshop, we have nothing. Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animancy, there's bound to be lightning. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange, but nothing is new. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi. I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work. Sorry, I had a lot on my mind. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions, some more obvious than others. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there. Don't be. I couldn't ignore this forever. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.